And so it begins. Oop. Don't want to look at that. All right. We are now live. Everybody, the world can hear you.
Oh, wonderful.
Hi, world.
And then nobody watching.
Exactly. Just as it should be.
Okay. So, welcome to, what is this? Technically, episode 2.
Yeah.
Well,
if you want to be specific, last week we did episode 1.5.
Yes.
This would be episode 2 officially.
We're like Kingdom Hearts. We do like we got 1 and 1.5. And then now we're at 2.
Oh, do be careful, because after this, that means we have to do 365 over 2.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck if we knows what that means, but we're gonna have to do it.
We're gonna have to do it. All right. Okay. So, Kit, you got a synopsis of what happened last week, right? You got a generalized summary.
I saw that I leveled up.
Okay. So
I sent it to you. I sent you the very general stuff.
What happened? I'll give you a general rundown. So what happened is after the order the order sent you guys to bed after the first day of like testing and whatever. Like, all right, tomorrow you'll start. Your official appointment will start tomorrow. So you guys went to the kind of general room that you guys share. The 4 of you share, and you all went to sleep. Then you woke up in sort of a simulation that Trinity had placed you guys in as a further test. So she placed you in there. The only thing was you weren't there. And then shortly after she said, like, okay, this is a test. It's just a simulation. We do it with everybody. And, where's Kit? Why isn't Kit there? What's going on? What happened? A separate entity took over the simulation, per se. Now, Kit, you weren't there. What you went through during that simulation was you were kind of you were looking through the eyes of the NPCs that the other, like your other PCs were interacting with. So you heard everything that happened. This is my excuse of why you weren't there.
I just kept on threatening to beat them the fuck in.
Exactly. And also, you were basically inside the enemies as well. So every time your friends attacked the enemies, you kind of felt the attacks and like attacking back. This is why you leveled up. Okay? This is my...
Basically, you're also saying I killed Alex multiple times during this entire session.
Yes, you killed Alex a couple of times. But of course, he was okay. Because it's only a simulation. So...
Die in the game, you die in real life.
Exactly.
That's the same joke we made.
I didn't want that.
Ideal life.
So, you all wake up back from your simulation, and you're in the beds that the order graciously gave you, and you kind of all 4 of you shoot up out of bed like at the same time from the simulation. And let's see, what should I do? Who should I? Here we go. Good thing you guys aren't watching the stream because you'll see all my NPCs.
Oh, are you saying we should go into the stream right now?
No, you shouldn't. All right, so into the room. If you guys are on the starting screen, into the room, burst open this monk woman, You can't see. It's her token. I can make it bigger so you guys can see it. She's got red hair. Yeah, I made it bigger. Red hair. She's not wearing a lot of armor, but she's wearing a very almost like a pantsuit, but without like the top kind of jacket part. And she burst into the room. She goes, "Oh my God, are you guys okay?"
We're fine. I'll get out of bed.
Are you alright?
What I would ask is, what the fuck happened?
I don't know. Listen, it's as long as you guys are okay. Listen, it was a simulation. Everybody goes through it. Although I don't know why yours was. Yours was. I'm sorry. My name is Luna, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet you guys. I'm Luna.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Where's Gideon? Where's Gideon?
Hold on. Calm down. Gideon is somewhere else. I don't know where he is exactly right now. I think he's off right now doing a patrol. He should be back later today.
In the blue guys doing nothing. He ain't shit.
He is one of the highest ranking below Lady Trinity. Do you guys just like not like him or something?
After this experience, no.
You know Gideon has nothing to do with the simulation, right?
No, we don't have
I to be angry at.
Well,
you don't know what happened, and I'm not going to be angry at our leader. So
thank you.
Gideon's the next best thing.
Yes, but she kind of gets this like confused look on her face. She's like, yeah, but Gideon has nothing to do with the simulation. But you know what? Go ahead. He's kind of a dick sometimes anyway. It's okay. What were you saying?
I said we picked up on that vibe, Luna.
Yes, we all. I remember when I first started. He was a dick then too. Oh, right. So, right. So you're all okay from simulation. I don't know who hijacked our. It's a very powerful spell. Nobody should have been able to. She's still like scratching her head, like really confused, because this was a magic spell that was cast by Trinity herself. So there is no way, like, and she's just like going through these things, like, and she's kind of speaking like, Trinity's cast a spell. Nobody shouldn't be able to. And then she looks up, and then she finally like recognizes, oh, you guys are standing here, right? How about breakfast?
It's like, okay.
Grace takes his head and pulls out a candy cigarette and bites on it.
Do you have any questions about the simulation?
The only questions I have is about who took it over, and I don't think you're going to be able to help with that.
Yeah. No, we have been working on it. We do have powerful. We are working on it. We're gonna try and figure it out. But let's go down to breakfast.
Luna, what do you do here?
Oh, I'm one of the order. I'm below Gideon per se. I'm one of the. I go in control. What was that?
Not in that type of way, do you mean?
No, not that type. No.
Oh,
Definitely
okay.
not. No. I don't.
Oh yeah, you have that list, don't you?
List.
Yeah, I remember you said that, and I
A
took
list?
note of that.
Oh, what list? I feel like this is an inside joke.
If the DM doesn't remember, you gotta roll a history check.
I'm sure it'll come up.
It'll come up. Well, I know it's yours. It's yours, James. It's going to come up again. I just remember, and therefore Reyes remembers too.
Okay. Anyway, so as the DM, I don't even know what's happening, and that's sad. All right. So yes, she's like, yes. Well, I'm not as high ranking as Gideon, but I am one of the, let's say, oldest members of the order. One of the very few from the original have been around. Our numbers have been dwindling from the original. We've lost some good people. And again, she goes off in this. She's like, she gets this like faraway look, and then she like perks up and she's like, "Right, breakfast. Let's go." How old is
You still didn't really answer the question. What do you do here? You're one of the order, and I mean, I would love to hear the history because it sounds like it's detailed and full of stories and heroes that we need to hear about. But what do you do? Besides wake us up and give us breakfast, I mean, I'm very appreciative of that.
Well, I'm not just waking you up and getting you breakfast. The order has been around for half a century. We were originally founded before New York was fully developed, per se. Order was basically started when the first settlers came over. I'm going to say no. Then that's like far back. No, half a century before New York was fully developed. And our original founder, his name was... name off the top of my head. Atlas. His name was Atlas Hope. And he founded the order to basically uphold New York and to keep it how it is. I'm merely one of its foot soldiers per se, but I was around when Atlas's great grandson was promoted to leader. So that would be Norwood Hope. And that would be Trinity. Yes, and that would be Trinity's father. May he rest in peace. He was a great leader, and I know Trinity is very distraught by his passing. She.
Was that recent?
What was that?
Was that recent? You make it sound like it's still fresh in your mind.
It's not recent. It did happen. Well, 10 years ago, and we all do miss him. Actually, no, it was 5 years ago. There we go, 5.
You forgot when he died.
Forgot when he died.
Leader.
Yes. Scratch that, like retcon 5 years ago.
Got it.
So, I also have one more question then before we head off and all that. Reyes pulls out his little notebook, scribbles some shit down. I have her attention, right?
Yeah. I mean...
Oh, yeah. Okay. What do you know about Trinity being a gargoyle?
Oh, right.
Scribble.
So a lot of when the order first came around, they were gargoyles. All of them, because hence the name Gargoyle Order. And you see her then transform into a gargoyle as well.
I actually expected this. I'm glad the series were correct.
So, and she transforms into a gargoyle form, and she goes, a lot of the original members and, you know, relatives of them are gargoyles. We take on different forms to mingle with society. I choose the form, and she turns back to this human woman. I choose this form just so I can fit in with society. Gideon himself, he is also one. He chooses more powerful, like, I'm going to be a dragonborn, scary, you know.
Or
Whatever.
would you be a dick?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Right.
That makes what he's going to get even more deserving because he decides to be one on purpose.
I would, you know, just be careful.
It's not like I'm trying to make him an enemy.
He does pack quite a punch. And our leader, Trinity, her family, they chose elven forms just to, again, blend in. We are allowed to choose these forms just to blend in with society, per se. New York is full of every creature being on every walk the face of the planet. Any other questions I can possibly answer?
Wait, no, it isn't 500 years, it's 50 years. Half a century is 50.
Oh shit.
500. Never mind. 500. Let's go with 500.
Wait,
It's now 500. I'm retconning it. It's 500.
wait, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I don't mind that, but because
No, let's do 50. Let's do 50. 50 sounds a lot better.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you.
50. 50 years old.
Actually, yeah, 50 would be better because otherwise that means New York was in development since the 1400s.
Yeah.
Hey, it could work with the gargoyles, man. I mean,
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
like, who knows what went down?
Yeah, right? Okay, then I'll also have to ask a few more questions then. Do you guys want to go to breakfast while I finish up my investigation? I'll call it.
Walk and talk. I don't know.
Yeah. She'll.
We'll walk and talk, sure. Let's hurry up.
I mean, he's right. It could have worked. Oh my god. Fucking David.
Now.
Alright. After David's very insightful, astute observation, technically that is true. So,
500 years.
yeah. 500.
Again, I'm asking because I'm taking notes here. I need to make sure my notes are accurate.
So, a century is 100, so what's 1,000? I think 1,000's a millennium? Millennia, so half a millennia. I keep getting those mixed up because it's hard to, like... Words are hard.
It is, but I also won't question why the grandfather founded it, because elves live a long fucking time, and also because they're gargoyles. They can live, I don't know how fucking long the gargoyles live.
Listen, I don't even know, and I made up this entire world.
You know what? You just gotta wing it sometimes.
There you go.
Alrighty.
Pull it out of my ass.
I'll continue to question Luna.
Okay, I'm still together here, so this is a good thing.
Yeah. So as we're continuing on, why do you all want to protect New York? What's here that you have to protect?
Fuck.
This town is different from any other one. Forgive me, this is just how my character is, Al. He's a police officer.
God damn it. Fucking, of course, Johnny Law has to be... Well, we are...
Later. You can just tell me later, if that helps.
Yeah, I'll tell you later, because I have to actually think about it now.
Okay. I'll just keep that for later.
Put that in your pocket and I'll come up with something.
You know what? Here, just for your sake, Al,
Mm.
I'll send you Reyes' questions for Luna later.
Okay, there we go.
And I'll confirm it with everyone else after his note-taking is done.
Fuck.
The Reyes will close his book after asking all the questions he needs to.
Yes.
He follows everyone else.
So I'll ask a couple quick, easy ones, hopefully, here first off.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Pen comes back out because I want to hear what James has to say.
So you say everyone that's been the head has been a hope. Is that like, is it a family business or is that just a lasting title that's given to him?
It's sort of like a family business per se. It's the Hopes founded the order when it first started, so it's been in the family. So obviously, the founder founded it was he was Westcott Hope. He was the original Westcott.
Wait, Westcott or Northwood?
Norwood was Trinity's father.
Oh, but
Westcott is the original Hope.
Actually, no, I thought. Wait, so Westcott
is the first Hope. Atlas was like
just the founder.
Yeah, he was just like he came later on. When like.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
You have any more questions, James? Because
Yeah.
I actually, it reminds me, I do have another question that should at least be easy for Al.
No,
Take it easy on me, guys.
Yeah, what? Mine goes. So, that makes you, and he kind of does some math. That makes you, and what does she look like? What age does she look?
She looks like she's like late teens, early 20s.
Okay.
You're
Perfect.
old enough to be my babysitter.
No,
Yes.
that means you're like, and he kind of does his numbers from the beginning. That means you look beautiful for your age.
Stop it. Thank you. I try. I found this great moisturizer like a while back, and I've been using it. It's great. I'll let you guys have some later on when I find. It's great. It's good for the skin, you know. It's just keeps it nice and tight.
It shows. You glow like the evening stars.
Oh, stop it! And she like embarrassed. She blushes. Stop it. Yes.
We all were thinking it, honestly. Or at least I did
It's
too.
COT. C-O-T-T.
I know
Not
it's
COT.
Wait, okay.
God.
Like blood clot.
Yes, blood like that.
Okay. So, while James is, or while Daddy's trying to get his groove on, I'm just gonna cock block him for a quick second and ask another question.
I'm
Okay.
just complimenting the lady.
Well, it's because I'm about to crush your dreams too. So how did you become a gargoyle? Is it something that transfers, or are you born with it?
Like Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. No.
Maybe. I mean, it could be like a transmitted disease. Who knows? But
It is something you are born into, and unfortunately, our numbers are kind of on the low end of the spectrum. So we had to.
That's why you got all us non-gargoyles.
Yes, we had to. Yes, our numbers are dwindling. It has been strange lately, but we hire many of regular folk to help fill out the numbers.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Well, you obviously could handle yourselves. You handle yourselves well in the training.
In the club.
Well, listen.
Actually, I'll say it. No, it's because I didn't have my weapons at the time. Right now, if I went up against them now, I would kick their asses.
I believe you. I know. I have to let you in on a little secret. I did see some of that fight. I'm sure you could have taken them. I was one of the ones who actually came to get you out of that club. It was me and what's the other gentleman's name? I forgot. It was me and Gabriel. We actually came to retrieve you. You're very welcome, Mr. Nocturne.
Okay, I'll ask everyone else. Is it alright if I ask one more question, or do you guys want to just move on?
No, keep going.
Go.
Alrighty.
Another.
Alright, what?
I said I love watching Al sweat.
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It's great.
Okay, Reyes flips through his page. Is like, okay, there's one more person I would want to ask about. Tell me about Ulif. He kind of seems a bit more important to Trinity than most others.
Oh, he is very important. If Gideon is Trinity's right-hand man, then Ulif is her left-hand man. He's been a very great help for the Order. He's been making sure that a lot of our numbers have survived, and recruits have been going up. And he keeps a general eye on the city in certain areas. But he has been a great help for the Order. He himself is not a gargoyle. But he's been a great help for the Order. That's what I can say.
So I don't want to be sensitive, but you keep mentioning the dwindling numbers of gargoyles.
Yes.
How many? Who's a gargoyle? I don't want to insult someone and say
hey, gargoyle.
Right. I don't want to go up to the wrong person and tell them wrong. I mean, I'm new here. I'm trying to make a good first impression with everyone.
Well, I can tell you that Miss Trinity, Gideon, myself, and Gabriel are gargoyles. And for other members, we are, let's say, spread out along in the general New York. As upstate, we have different branches upstate to keep a general eye over New York. This is of course, Manhattan branch. Per se, we are the central. You won't find a lot of gargoyles. They might be spread out, but will look particularly normal. We don't like to just show off our gargoyle forms. We'll say, don't worry about upsetting anybody. It's perfectly okay. You didn't know I was a gargoyle at first, and we got off on fine right foot.
That's right, because you look so great and you offered us breakfast first thing.
That's true.
I mean, how did we get on a bad foot? Exactly.
Trust me, we're all very nice here. Except Gideon. But, there's an exception to every...
100%. It's more than 50. It's a good number.
That's it. Do you have any more questions for her, or shall we...
None that you can answer at this moment.
There you go. I will come up with something. Because I have a generalized thing, and then let's move on. So, takes you to breakfast. Do I want to bring you guys... let's delete Luna. And copy here. Hold on. Let me just update this, and we'll bring you guys over here so you can see it.
Well,
So
breakfast map.
I don't have a breakfast map. I'm sorry. Trinity is. I don't have a breakfast map. I'm sorry. It was the one thing I was not prepared for was breakfast. I just came up with it now. So you guys go off into a side hall of the Order, so kind of like this side or whatever, and there's like benches and tables kind of out, and there are different people. You see various different races and people, and just a lot of people were walking around, people picking up dishes and all that. And it's almost like a buffet kind of style. You see Pierre, sitting in one side eating breakfast. You don't see Eulif there. And then you do see... Hold on. I need to go to a different page. Luna does join you. And then you see her walk up to... Where's the page I'm looking for? Okay, so there is Luna. She kind of walks towards the back of the room, and she meets up with another gentleman. I'm going to make his picture. He is... Hold on, because I have it up.
Oh, that's Gabriel.
Yeah,
yes.
That's Gabriel.
In case you didn't know, that's Gabriel.
Yeah, I kind of assumed.
Yes.
Yep.
That's Gabriel. He's an elven looking man with blonde hair. Obviously not this like impressive suit of armor, but he's wearing a nice two-piece suit. Nothing like really fancy. Obviously it's Pierre's work. So it looks good. It's a nice, sturdy two-piece suit. And he's sitting at a table, like, on the other end. And Luna kind of comes up to him, like, greets him, kind of, like, points over to you guys. Like, she ran off to him and just, like, went to go, like, sit over there. She kind of, like, gestured, like, you guys help yourselves, and then... You can eat. You can sit wherever you want. And she goes to meet up with Gabriel. But you don't know it. Yeah. So.
A part of me wants to eavesdrop on them because it seems plot important. But the other side of me also says we have to at least get to know each other. And I don't think there's going to be a better moment than this.
Yeah.
Look, I can make that happen.
Actually, you know what? Danny. I've seen what you did in the simulation. Do you think you can go see what they're talking about?
I could give it a try.
Just gonna take another candy cigarette.
Of course
Well, do your best. I know you can do that. Just gonna take a lean back in his seat. Probably put his feet up on top of the table with a cigarette in hand.
A mystical force pushes your feet off the table.
Start it! Start it, Trinity! Let me relax.
You don't put your feet up on the table.
Nothing will take away my candy cigarette.
No, your candy cigarettes are fine.
That aside.
All right, a stealth to move across the room.
Not to necessarily move across the room. I don't care if they see me. It's more that they know I'm not paying attention to them.
That you're not paying attention to them?
I want to...
He wants to come across as if he's like...
Yeah.
Doing something else.
Yeah.
Right.
And not listening to them, but he's actually
trying to be inconspicuous. He's trying to be inconspicuous.
Right. I'm trying to conceal my intent.
Okay.
That's stealth.
So I'll say with that 16, because there are other people moving about, you kind of use them like Assassin's Creed style with the groups, and you kind of move with them.
Wait. So he just finds 4 monks going through.
Not for like, like 4 monks just happening passing by. No, like
right in the middle of that.
the different like people who take care of the church and whatever. They you kind of use one of them to like get you close enough. So you get close enough, and you can. They're sitting in. Luna's basically like retelling, telling Gabriel about the simulation. you kind of hear her talking about the simulation, saying like, and it was so weird, like it was almost like a powerful force took over the simulation. It's really weird, and it was telling them that that the order was interfering with
something
with the whatever he was doing. It was so weird. What do you think, Gabriel? And Gabriel goes, well, I'm not really sure. It's Mistress Trinity Hope is very powerful indeed. So it's very hard to say how someone could have taken over the simulations. Very well-known simulations. Possible someone could have figured out the spell to cast and counterspell it. And it's basically just them going over the simulation.
So I'll go back to the team and relay that information.
Interesting.
I won't do it word for word, but hey,
we get the general gist of it.
They don't know what happened. They seem really bothered by it. But
what's interesting is they don't seem to know them, but the person that took over the simulation, jots more notes down, certainly seems to know them as well as everyone else here. I doubt it was a spell. It's not something they could just learn on the fly. They're either extremely powerful or there's someone from the Order itself. Whether they are currently from it or once from it, I don't have enough evidence to decide on that yet.
Right, that was the point I was going to make. Obviously, someone else was able to watch in, but so is Trinity and Luna and possibly Gabriel and Gideon. So it's a thing that they could watch us in during.
Well, for now, though, I think we can put that aside and come into a much more important matter for all of us. That being, I still don't know much about any of you. Except you, Noctuum. I know you. Don't worry, I got you. I know you, Noctuum.
But I don't know Noctuum. I don't know any of y'all.
Oh, you know Noctuum? Wait, you do? Oh, no, you don't. Okay, yeah.
It's only Reyes, you and Noctuum kind of know each other.
No,
but you
kind of know.
Like, you're not like best friends. You only came across him because his manner was like there was a crime there. You just happened to go over there. His estate. I'm sorry, that's what it's called. Yeah. His estate.
Well, let's start with you, Danny. From what I know so far, you're an Irishman looking for work here. Despite your very honest appearance and your very good work ethic, your hands and your dexterity kind of leans to something more criminal. Not in the bad way, of course. Just more as a matter of fact. I find you very interesting. Tell me more about you. Tell me more about you, Danny.
I find me interesting. Well, let me pull up my background.
I'm so interesting. Let me pull out this piece of paper that says why I am.
Oh my god, he just goes into his pocket and he's like pulls out his entire history, unfolds it for the group.
It's a scroll, it just keeps rolling out.
And it just keeps on going and going.
No, but I just got here recently from Ireland. I came over following the footsteps of all the other different Irishmen, trying to make a new world for myself. I mean, I came from a family. My dad, he was a fucking prick. I won't cut words. He wasn't the nicest of men. And he abused us. But with 13 kids, sometimes you get yelled at, sometimes you get the backhand, it's sometimes what they do. But him and my mom loved each other, and we had a falling out, and my dad told me I was nothing, and I said, that's because I came from nothing. And he threw his knife at me, and I'll take out the pocket knife that I had that you guys started it, and I said, to my surprise, I cut out of midair. And I walked off, and that was the last words I said to him. And I said, I'm going to prove myself. So I came to America to find my way, get a fortune, find a woman, get a wife, start a family, bring my family over here, get them out of fucking Ireland for the land of opportunity. But I came over, snuck on the boat, and saw Lady Liberty hop off the boat, and God damn it, bunch of cunts they were. bunch of Russians jumped me. They wanted me to join them. They're harassing me, calling me a potato thief, and all. You know how people go with Irish folks around here.
Potato thief.
Yeah. They jumped me. They beat the piss out of me. So I tried to run, but they got me, and I woke up later in the church let's see which church was that? At St. Peter's Catholic Church. And Father O'Malley was taking care of me. I was healed up after a few days. I said I need some work. I gotta start life. And he sent me to the bar, and next thing I get this shit beat out of me again. I'm not liking America so much. Everywhere I go somewhere, I just get beat up. So, simulation was the best night's sleep I've had since getting here. If that surprises you, it surprises me. It's fucking ballcrush.
No, it honestly doesn't surprise me. I've seen how crappy this place can be myself.
New York's a shitty place.
It's a shitty place. It is the land of opportunity, but it's more about the opportunity to get your own ass kicked. More like it. But at the least, you're here now, and it seems like things are getting a bit better. Hopefully. Ray's just finished scribbling his notes down, and then he turns to Nock to him. Could you tell me more about yourself? I know a bit about you so far, but Len, getting a bit more to know about you doesn't hurt. Especially for the group.
Okay. Well, I come from the Vidal family. We have a long history involving animal breeding, the study of ecology, veterinary medicine. We helped with the developments of the zoos within the state, as well as some of the research within the museums and universities. And members of our family have magical abilities to speak with and charm creatures. One of our members betrayed the family. He's be working with a mafia group. They infiltrated our estate, kidnapped several children from the family, including my sister, various creatures, and some of our research, including ancient tomes called Bistarios. Members of my family and I were searching for what was stolen from us.
I think that's
does line up a lot. Yeah, that does line up with a lot you told me, but now that I also understand a lot more of your intentions, I can certainly say I understand losing people. But that's why we were sure we're going to get them back. Yes, it does sound like he's just prattling off on standard police procedures speaking words.
Standard procedure. Don't make promises.
We're gonna find these missing people. Don't worry.
We're gonna do everything in our power. Standard police stuff.
You can trust us. We're the police.
The police.
Okay. And with that, he does point over to Kit. Reyes does point over to Kit. And what about you? Obviously, out of all four of us, you're the odd one out of the group.
Says the 12-year-old boy.
Exactly. Nobody brought it up, and so I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
It hasn't been your turn yet.
Exactly. He's the one doing the interrogation.
Nobody questions the interrogator. That's how things work.
Never.
No, actually, I can't, Alex. Try and unplug your stuff and plug it back in. Well, even more so, your video isn't up either.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what it might be? It might be because of the Roll20 thing.
Yeah, you're trying to do it through Roll20 as well?
No. It might be that they just have to close Roll20 first, then try to call or join back the call in Discord,
Yeah.
then reopen up Roll20. That might help.
Yeah, that's what I did last week.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh wait, I think I know what's happening with Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, did Al just die? Yes, Al just died.
Okay, well, while he's switching.
I had to like restart my camera because it was kind of.
Welcome back.
Hello? Hello, yay!
Yay! There it was.
Hey, I can hear you.
Muted the
Hooray!
entire time because I've been talking.
Yes,
Yeah, you have.
Unfortunately, you have been. I'm sorry. I was wondering why you're being so quiet. I was sad actually that you're being so quiet.
You missed the whole conversation with Luna.
To be
The
fair,
last thing I
Kit
heard-
was quiet during that entire time, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
she
saying,
wasn't
I was
talking.
Well, that's good.
What's
All
up?
right. But yes, I hope that you heard what I said. So Reyes points over to you now after going through Danny and Noctuum, and does so you're the odd one out of the group. You don't seem like a fighter. You don't seem like a down and dirty person. So
Whoa.
tell me about yourself. Scribbles notes.
Down and dirty.
Her tail starts wagging, and she's kind of like, well, I mean, I feel a little more dirty. Anyways, what,
Kit,
Let's
you
start off with
notice
your name.
that it's a little bit warmer in this church for some reason. You don't know why, but you feel warmer.
Don't say that before it's gonna be like, oh, it's getting hot in here, so hot. Okay.
I should
Start sweating like a whore in church.
Like, oh my, don't bring that up with Kid around because that's true already. No, but there's so yeah, Reyes will actually even start off. Well, actually, even more so. What's your name? Yeah, you're
the guy at Katarugi. And she's Asian, which I mean, like, isn't super common in New York.
It's not even the fact that you're a fox lady. It's the fact that you're Asian. That's actually rare in this case.
How is she an Asian fox?
Is red.
She is. Don't ask questions.
So you're Asian. Well, actually, what kind of Asian are we talking? Like Japanese or Chinese?
Korean.
Korean? Oh, fuck, that's right. you're
Way
Korean.
out of left field right
Already,
there.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
why I'm like,
Italian,
oh fuck,
so,
I
like,
forgot
closer
there's
to
one more type of
Chinese,
Asian in this.
yeah.
That was a swing and a miss on my part. Alright. Yeah, continue, Kit. Continue.
No, my family actually comes from, like, the West Coast. We moved out here after, we thought, like, there could be more work out here, just because of the factories and stuff. But, yeah, I just kind of grew up here. Didn't really hang out with anybody. I don't know. There wasn't really a group for me to fit in with. The Irish were a bit nicer to me, though.
Wonderful. You sweetest of them. I met them.
No, well, yeah. Anyways, after my father died in the Great War, it was just kind of like, and then my mom got in a factory accident, so it was just kind of like, oh, I had to be the one to make the money.
You're the only one who could make money in this regard.
Yeah, and so I started working as like a waitress, like the speakeasies and stuff, and they figured out I could actually sing, so I started singing for them. So I don't know why I keep on getting praised for my voice. It's a little embarrassing.
Well, that's good. You have the voice of an angel.
Well,
They
if
can
what I
tell
heard
me
was,
that.
if anything, then yes, I think your singing was pretty good. I could hear it as I was trying to break into the back of the casino. Alrighty.
I don't know why they attacked me.
Well, as it
Very
stands,
annoying.
you were working with the Irish, so more than likely, even if I had to think about it, you'd probably be a good way to infiltrate into any areas. Speakeasies are a very common place for mafia and people to meet up. It's a bit cliche in my opinion. Writes more stuff down.
Well,
Yeah, we
to
must
be
visit.
fair, I worked with everybody, not just the Irish.
In this city, It's not about who you can work with, it's who you have worked with. Work with the wrong people, and you make an enemy out of everyone, whether you wanted to or not. Alrighty, that's everybody.
Fucking
Ah, shit. Yeah, that's me. I have to go now, don't I?
Yep.
Yes.
Alrighty. After that, Reyes closes his book, puts away his pen, pulls out another candy cigarette, and says, well, you heard the most important part from Trinity already. I'm Reyes Gaevo. I am an officer of the law. If anyone wants to see if I'm bullshitting that, you can.
Officer of the law.
I'm one of the greatest detectives in the city.
Yeah, I mean,
Often,
That's concerning.
It's probably also true.
I'm a legend out here.
It's probably true, to be perfectly
in this
honest.
city.
Okay, hold on. These insight checks. Okay.
Yeah, so it's
Knock to
obvious
him.
that-
Knock to him, Danny. You see right through this bullshit.
Yeah, no,
Greatest
he's not
detective.
He's not the greatest detective. He
He's-
is not actually a police officer at all.
Not
He
at all.
really is just some
Kid, you kind of believe him.
You kind of.
Nah, I'm just kidding. You see through that bullshit.
She's like, oh, okay.
You know,
Alright.
people call me the best detective in the city. But, more importantly, as Trinity said, I'm here because of my father. Not because I'm working for him, but because I'm working against him. My father is the chief of police. And he's a right-down bastard. He lets criminals go free, crushes a cigarette, throws it onto the side. And if he isn't going to change the city, I'm better damn well going to. No matter what. But that's why I'm here. Especially because he let a group of criminals get away. One that actually did take a dear friend of mine's. And he even had the gall to go and work with one of the mafia groups. The very one I was trying to take down when you all saw me in that casino. So, I will also say this. If we do work together and capture him, let me kill Lucky. Because it's going to be a middle finger right to my father. Throws another cigarette to the side.
Burning through these cigarettes.
Yeah, he's burning through these cigarettes. Yeah,
How many
so,
candy
like,
cigarettes you have left in that box?
Actually, you know what? I'll do like a 1d6 as he shakes to see how many he has left.
Go ahead, give me a 1d6. See how many you have left.
4 more.
Okay.
But yeah, no, because like every time he's talking about his father, you can see him pull one out, and then he's just crushing it in his hands before throwing it out and having to grab another one. He really doesn't like talking about his father.
I was gonna say my sleight of hand was to try to catch one that he didn't crush when he threw it to the side.
It's already.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah,
if
go
you
ahead.
Want to, like, yeah. Oh, no, you already did that. It was at an 11.
With an 11, sure, you catch one right before it hits. Like, it leaves his hand, and you kind of, like, you grab it. Because you're like, that's a waste of food.
Catches it.
Yeah,
Even though it's candy.
And then pop it in my breast pocket and leave it there.
Well,
You can-
I also end up with this. As long as I'm working with you guys, I'll make sure that none of the police get in our way, especially the corrupt ones.
That's right.
Oh, that's good to have for an Irishman. Thank you.
He's got your
Look,
back.
Question for you. How
Yeah.
old are you?
I'm waiting.
For me. You what? Can I ask you to roll a persuasion check?
A what
Can I
check?
ask you to roll a persuasion check for me? Can I ask James to roll a persuasion check to see if I actually tell him or not?
Sure.
Yeah.
What did he get?
He got a 23.
Why? Okay.
You have to answer him.
Oh no, like if
Well,
he got,
okay.
even if he got like a 15.
Okay, I mean, he didn't really need a persuasion check. He asked you as Danny, so whether or not you answer, that's up to you. There's no roll
asked him
needed.
just to see how convincing he was.
He was
That's
pretty
all I wanted
convincing.
to see.
He was pretty
He
damn
was pretty
convincing.
convincing. Did I even put it down officially? Wait, hold on.
I can keep going with it. So,
Oh, okay. No. So he looks down to the side, down to the left, back to his cigarettes, back to you, and he's like 12.
So is that like a real 12 or like a gargoyle 12? Because I mean, Miss Luna's like what, a couple 100,000 years old or something? I don't know.
12. Real kind of 12. Yes, real kind of 12.
The real boy 12. I'm a real boy.
Real boy. I'm a Pinocchio 12. I'm a Pinocchio 12.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I got some younger siblings, and I know. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll say this: you haven't had any siblings that can snap people's back like twigs.
You haven't met many.
No, 13 of them, so you don't know.
You want to put me in a ring with 13 of them? I'm gonna come out on top. Doesn't matter how old they are.
That's kind of up to the dungeon master, if I'm being honest. I left that open there.
Well, you haven't met many Irish 12-year-olds.
You haven't met many Irish 12-year-olds.
You haven't met many Irish
Yeah,
12-year-olds.
Bar fighting for years.
Yeah. They grew up in bar fights.
Strong. The potatoes that made me strong.
They were born during bar fights, and they had to take part in them. All right.
That's how Mom called for backup. She just had another child.
You know, you didn't need some-
Just popped out another kid. All right.
Well, you know what? The police don't call other officers for backup. They call me for backup.
No, they don't. They try to get you away.
Hush, this is a matter of pride against Irish children everywhere.
So I'm looking around the table here, and we got the 12-year-old detective, the Irish immigrant assassin, we got the rich, I think the word you
American.
used, Canarian, and then we got the dame, who is a singer, and I don't know what else yet. Why did they want
She's
us?
a canary. Wait, what?
Why would they want us?
From what I can... Well, from what it seems like, there's something more to everybody here. If anything, they also stated that they've been watching us for a while.
So they've been watching
And
you.
I'm probably... If even more so, from the sounds of it, all of us meeting inside of the casino wasn't by accident either.
Hmm.
In a church, they've been watching me this whole time.
Why? Wait, do you have a problem with being in a church, Kit?
Yeah, what's that?
No, I just, no, it's not that. I just. Never mind.
We sing in Sunday Mass all the time.
Oh, true. I believe
My
me,
father
I know.
stopped
I
taking me
just
to
do
mass
this a lot.
a long time ago. Alrighty.
That's it. Good with introductions.
Yeah, I would definitely say, at the least, it seems that, although probably not fully, we can all trust each other a bit more, especially since we're going to be working together.
Okay. So.
Like I said, just as my first friends in New York, or at least the first people who haven't beat the crap out of me besides Father O'Malley.
You know what? Give me a few days, Danny. We might change that. Not in a violent way or for a bad reason. I'm just saying it might happen eventually.
I'll take the candy cigarette out of my pocket and go, well, I might have some of these cigs, so just, you know where to go. And I twirl it back into the back of my pocket.
So.
Confidant rank to achieve.
You guys are finishing up breakfast and introductions, and you hear clanking coming down.
Oh.
And it's your good pal Gideon. And he's got a token. I made a
token.
token for him.
Oh, should I
He's
roll
got
to
a-
resist if I just punch him now or later?
What is this stealth check for?
I have to.
You what?
I am so
You hide
willing
from
to
him?
do it still.
Yeah, I just don't want to see him. I go like hide behind a plant or something. I don't want to deal with this shit.
I know this is gonna be bad for me, but I made a promise. I had to upkeep it.
Okay. Let's
gonna
resolve
be like-
one thing at a time first.
It's not gonna be like a I'm gonna try and kill you kind of punch, but more of a you bastard kind of punch.
Okay. Reyes, give me an unarmed strike
Uh-huh.
and do it at disadvantage because you're sitting down. You have to get up to punch him, and you're 12 years old. He is taller than you. He's at least
no doubt.
6.5 feet tall.
Let's do this. Nope.
You
got a nat one.
you literally try to get up to like punch him. You're so angry, and you just fumble because it's also a bench, so you weren't expecting like to get up so quickly. They're not made to be like to get up so quickly, so you kind of trip over your own foot and you fall in on your face, and you take 1 point
damage?
of embarrassment damage. That's not physical damage. That's just embarrassment damage.
You just lost one health point.
Yeah, I did. Also, yes, if I was actually expecting that to happen more so when I was trying to punch.
So, Danny, you sneak off because you don't want to deal with Gideon. So as he's walking towards you, you're kind of like, you just like slip underneath the table. And of course, because you knew the sound of when your father was coming to give you a beating. So you've had much experience on getting away from beatings and stuff. So you just slipped underneath the table and started like crawling in the opposite direction. And he doesn't see you.
Do I get to see him because I'm on ground flat level too?
You do. You see him. You do sneak by. You give him a look-see. Hold on.
I'm not gonna say anything, of course, because I'm too busy dealing with mine. I just want to know if I can see because I'm on the same level as Danny right now.
He's gonna fucking.
Alrighty.
He doesn't see you. Okay. So.
Oh my gosh.
Take your time, Alex. Take your time.
So Gideon comes up to your table and he sees you fall on your face, Reyes. And he snorts.
I'm giving him a double beating now. I was just gonna let him go at first, but if he snorted at me, no.
He snorts. He's like, "This is one of the newest members of the order. I don't know what she was thinking. Whatever." Anyway. Okay, what's this stealth check for?
Well, I don't know if I should do it regular or advantage, but here's what I want to do. I just want to be able to sneak up behind him and tap on his shoulder and be like, "We're all here, Gideon," and try to freak him out.
So you want to scare him?
Yeah, you know, like, "We're right here." Just so he's not like, "Oh, we're a bunch of pussy rookies now." I think I would have done something different because Reyes just totally fucked up.
All right.
I'm giving him that for one.
I'm Batman, or something like that.
I'm Batman.
All right. Go ahead.
No, actually, no. Here, because he's looking at me, can I give James advantage?
Okay, give me an intimidation check with advantage because he doesn't know you're there. And he's gonna do I think a wisdom save would probably, if you're trying to...
15. Oof.
And he's going to do this at disadvantage because he wasn't expecting this.
Yes.
Okay, he jumps a little. You give him a little, like, his shoulders stiffen, like, because he wasn't expecting, like, somebody to come up behind him. So his shoulders stiffen, and he goes and he throws his elbow back at you.
That's what I was expecting. I was expecting for him to get a punch.
I suppose this would be just a regular attack roll.
Yeah, it's unarmed. He's thrown. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You take a fucking elbow to the nose.
Yeah, you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it. This entire thing was worth it.
Yeah, we're not as bad as you think.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, throws the elbow back because, you know, he's a fighter. Like, he's expecting the danger at every turn. And he's like, no, not so bad. Well, took that elbow. Kind of bad. Whatever. Listen, we got a new mission for you. 4. Come on, let's go see Trinity. And he kind of leads you. You stop by Pierre's kind of workspace because he left breakfast. He was kind of there earlier, and then he left to go to his little shop area. And you guys are given stones of far speech.
He gives us cell phones.
Yes, he gives you like cell phones, pretty much.
He gives us cell phones.
So
that's the best way to explain it.
These are standard issue stones of far speech. They allow you to kind of contact anybody within the order, anybody you want to contact. So Gabriel has one, Luna has one, Gideon has one. So if you want to like hit up Gideon at like 2 a.m. and be like, Gideon, what the fuck is up? Like, do that if you want to.
You know that means every night before I go to bed, I'm going to text Gideon to say, hey.
Oh, you can't text on these things. They're not actual cell phones. Well, I mean, they're like, were phones around it? No, they weren't. They're like...
running. Then you better go catch it.
So they're kind of like, they're stones, but they look like kind of like they're gem shaped. So they're literal stone. It's almost like a walkie-talkie. Gotcha. But it's like, you can contact, if you think of who you want to contact, it'll like connect you per se to them.
Okay, so the whole question is it out loud or is it quiet? Like, does the conversation happen in the head or is it?
No, it's like it comes through the stone. Like, if you guys want to try it, like with each other, like if you want to contact somebody else in your party, you could go to like opposite ends of the church and be like, try it out if you want.
What's the distance, or what's the maximum distance for this?
The maximum, well, be in New York. I'm gonna say within the radius of kind of Manhattan and the boroughs. Sure. So, as long as you are within one of the boroughs and whatever, you are able to use this and contact the order.
What about just between us? Like, can we still use it between us if we're outside of the Manhattan and the boroughs? Alrighty.
If you're outside and you want to contact each other, and you're kind of within, I'm gonna say, let's say 5 miles. 5 miles seems a good distance. If you're within 5 miles of each other, outside of the borough, yes, you can use it. Okay. But as long as you're within that 5 mile radius.
Okay. And last thing I have to ask is, how loud is it when you hear somebody else? Is it like very loud?
It's
Or,
almost if
like,
they're standing next to you and they're talking to you.
okay.
So it's not, as long as you're not shouting through it, it can be as quiet. Like if you like, hey, we're gonna go and do this, whatever. It sounds like that person is whispering to you. Kit, this is so you can make these late night booty calls. You guys want late night booty calls from Luna? Go ahead.
Why are you asking me if I want to do a late night booty call?
I said to Kit.
Yeah,
Said Kit, she wants to do.
You guys. You said you guys.
I said you guys. It's 4 people in this party.
Has the more guy brain than anybody else in the group.
Yeah.
The only thing I have on my brain is justice.
Justice.
After we play with it a little bit, I'll ask Pierre. I go, Pierre, do you happen to have a heavy wool sock that I could have?
Are you gonna fill it with bar soaps and smack people with it?
A heavy wool sock? Of course.
Something solid, dense.
Dense?
Like a basket, like a sock. Anything like that. Anything will do.
A sock or a basket?
Something I could put something in and hold it. You know what I mean.
Like a bag? Would you like a...
If I could cinch it, that would be perfect. I just want to, well, the stone.
Yes.
I want to muffle it. You see, if someone talks to me while I'm sneaking around, which is what
Of course. Of course. So he gives you a specialized pouch. Actually, no. He's like, come back later. I have an excellent idea. When you on your way out, I will give you exactly what you need. Let me work on it now.
Actually,
I will make one for all of you.
Yeah, it might be better if one is made for all of us, if that's the case.
Brilliant. Thank you, Pierre. And then one last thing. Can I have a handkerchief, if you would?
Handkerchief. Monsieur, I have everything you want. He turns around, he goes towards one of the walls. He opens it up. It's full of like every shade of handkerchief you could there's ever been. Colors, like patterns, anything you want. He's got a wall of handkerchiefs.
I just need a solid red one. I'll tell him. I just need a solid red one, Pierre. You see, Gideon, he punched me in the face and my nose bleeding. I don't know why he did it, but here I am. So I just want
to... you can hear Gideon kind of like punched him in the face. Deserved it. Train my mace for a basic
Gideon.
dagger. Has any bags of seeds?
Yes, you want to trade in a mace for a dagger and a bag of seeds.
Sure. You want to get a basic dagger? It's not going to be an even swap. So I guess it kind of gives you the dagger. What kind of seeds do you want? Like...
I think there's a... Ain't there a plant seeds available?
He's got any... Whatever you want, he's got it. So if you have a specific thing in mind that you want, he will let you have it.
There's any type of... Perhaps if... Is it like sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds?
Yeah, he gives you like a small pouch of sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the basic and a dagger. And for you, Danny, he pulls out. He sees your nosebleed and he's like, he gives you like a cotton handkerchief to like put up. Because he doesn't want to give you like the really nice ones, so he gives you kind of like, all right, this will do to stop the bleeding.
That's fair. That's all I need. I need, perfect. Thank you, Pierre. You are a gentleman as always.
Of course, monsieur. Gideon walks up to you and he does a lay on hands on you and he gives you back those 6. Actually, no, he doesn't. Gideon doesn't do it. You go up to see Trinity, and Trinity does it for you because she's very angry at the fact that Gideon hit you in the nose.
Yeah, I'll make sure she knows as well.
So, all right.
I'm picturing Kit. If Kit were to heal, and she would just like walk up and like start licking his nose, which would be weird.
So.
No, Alex, you licked a 12-year-old child when he was wounded on the first session.
That's true.
Nothing's gonna get weirder than that.
So.
No, licking up somebody's nose is a little strange.
Kind of. Trinity has her own little side room. On the side.
Trinity's room.
So Trinity's room. This is where she has like a desk and a little like chair. No, there's no chair over there. Get out of there. There's no chair over there. Gideon stands over here. I know. I moved it. Okay, so you walk in. Trinity, she sees you, Danny, holding this handkerchief to your nose. And she sharply looks at Gideon like giving him a what did you do look. And he just goes, well, he snuck up on me. What do you want me to do? He snuck up on me. If anything, it's his fault. And she like sighs internally and wave of her hand like you get those, what is it, 6 points back?
Yep, got him.
Okay.
Thank you, Trinity.
Of course. You're very welcome, Mr. O'Shea. Now, I don't know if you all remember last night, but you were a part of our little training simulation. All new members go through it, and we, of course, had hiccups. For some reason, there was a hiccup in the simulation, which is very strange. This never happened before. We are working diligently to find the intrusion on how it happened, but of course it's going to take some time because that was a very powerful spell, so how somebody was able to insert themselves into it, it's going to take some time to do it. But you should not concern yourselves with that now. For now, I have a job for you for.
A job?
Yes.
Like a paying job?
Yes, it's a paying job. You will get money, Mr. O'Shea. Fear not.
I am in.
You may not know it, but if time from time, people will come to the order requesting aid for things that they might need or any particular thing. We accept jobs and we send out so quote-unquote adventurers or whatever they may call it. But like we send Luna or Gabriel, sometimes even Gideon will go. And Gideon's like, listen, I don't know. The cat got stuck in the tree. It was a total waste of resources.
Did you punch the cat too, Gideon?
Why would I punch a cat?
I don't know. You punch a coworker?
You snuck up on me, and it's my fault I punched you? And Trinity just looked, and she's like, Gideon, stop. We have talked about your anger issues, and you must keep it under wraps. But he snuck on me. It's my fault I punched him. He snuck up on me. And she's like, whatever the case, it's over. So
For now.
Gideon gives you like a side eye, like, this isn't over. I'll get you back.
Yeah, exactly. I told you. For now.
For
Only
now.
For now.
So,
Wait, who did you give that side eye to? Me or James?
he gave it to Danny Ocean. He gave it to like.
Okay.
I'll sleep in my grave.
Better sleep with one eye open, Danny.
He also kind of gives you a side eye too, Riz, because you also tried to get up and punch him. He's not gonna forget
Oh, yeah,
that.
he saw that.
He did
he's
see
not gonna
that.
forget
You
that.
busted
Okay,
ass in front of him.
I was actually sort of hoping he mistaken what I was trying to do for something else entirely. But
Listen,
you know what? No, I'll take
Gideon's
pride in
been
that.
around the block. He knows when people are trying to hurt him. So
Well, again, I wasn't trying to hurt him, just humiliate him. Big difference.
you humiliated yourself.
I know, which is why I took that 1 point.
Exactly.
Does it? Because he punched me and I wasn't trying to hurt him.
That's true. But you snuck up on him and he reacted. So,
Yeah.
Trinity, she's got like papers on her desk and she like rifles through a few of them. Here. Mr. Brian, she's kind of read. Brian Duquesne has requested our aid for basically the job security, construction site security. He says that materials have been going missing from his construction site. And he requested that we post sentry per se outside to make sure that none of his materials go missing. So he says that that happens during the night. So obviously the rest of the day is open, but if you'd like, you can go to the construction site and scout around the area to see the best place to set yourselves up. Maybe perhaps stop by, maybe if you need to purchase anything on the way out. But pretty much you have till the night's over. I know it's stupid to give you this job at the beginning of the day, but it gives you more time to purchase anything you would need. If you want, I can give you $100 each to possibly purchase any new equipment that you would need, if you'd like, and then go to the site and set up wherever you want. But that is your job.
So we get $100 each?
You get $100 each to spend as you see fit before your official first job begins tonight.
Alrighty.
So she kind of gives you the piece of paper with
I will
Brian.
take that.
Yeah, Brian Duquesne's, and it's got the address for the construction site and what time you should show up.
What time is that? Just
So the normal workday ends around 5. So he would like you guys to be there at 5 when he closes down the site. And on it he says he's been noticing like stuff has been going missing like during the night. So obviously when the construction site's open, nothing's being stolen because there's workers there. He's had to order new material a couple of times because material has been going missing. So it's happening at night. He's been trying to post up, security, but he hasn't been able to. And of course, he's been trying to go to other sources to seek, job security. But of course, that entails going to certain criminal syndicates, and he doesn't want to go there. So he has contacted the Order, and he has asked for their aid.
Okay.
So the workday ends at 5. He wants to see you, and then basically from then on, So probably it would get dark. Let's just say this is kind of early spring. So it would get dark around 6:37.
Okay.
So, and that's when it'll get dark. And then somewhere between when it gets dark, sundown, and when he comes in at around 6, about 6:30 in the morning, that's when he notices stuff is missing. So in those hours, that's when the most danger arises. So she gives you the piece of paper, and she goes, and you can rest up before the time you must go. When you can go purchase things. So, and did anybody have like a magic item that they wanted, or any idea?
I already said which one
I know you wanted. I'm not giving it to you right now.
I have no idea what I want.
No worries.
Okay. If you want, you guys can purchase the +1 weapons that you want with that $100, or anything else. You go to Pierre and whatever you want. So that's it. That's all she's got for you.
Okay.
Well, so what do you think, guys? What do you guys want to do? I have a few ideas, but yeah.
I would probably either want to pick up a +1 rapier or some studded leather.
Should I even get armor? That's a good question.
You got your ass handed to you in the simulation, so that's up to you.
Yes, but I also had half my HP too. Or I have half the HP I do now too. So.
That's true. Well, it's up to you.
How much would it be for like a +1 half plate?
Half plate? I know it's expensive.
Oh, actually, yeah. You know what? Right, it is expensive.
It is. So, yeah. Well, it's up to you. Whatever you guys want to do.
Well, how much does like a +1 rapier versus a studded leather cost?
A rapier +1 rapier is gonna cost you. Hold on, pull up.
I mean, if you're using prices on D&D Beyond, I can figure it out.
Yeah, I wanna what the
I don't know if Dave and Kit need anything.
Oh, shit.
You know, I'm only gonna check to see one thing, really.
Fine.
+1 rapiers. It says it costs 25 just for a regular one. I don't know how much a +1 would cost. I think it says there. Just look. I don't know why I didn't just do it on here. No. It's fine. +1 rapier. Well, it doesn't fucking say. A +1, so a normal rapier, it says it's 25, so a +1, but I would make it 10. So a +1 would be $15.
Okay, so I would get the +1 in studded, because I'm sure studded's going to be less than 75.
Yeah, so a studded would be, we'll go 50.
So 50, 65, okay. I'll take 65 off and add those to my.
Yep.
So I'm fearful you're gonna have us attack ghosts or something at night, which is why I'm buying something magical, which is +1.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. But I don't want to just buy.
You have $100. Do whatever you want with it. If you don't want to buy anything, you don't have to buy anything. It's up to you.
I think Kit's gonna end up getting herself some armor of some sort because she does not like getting hit.
There you go. Make sure you update your tokens and everything.
You know what? Here. Only because I want to see what your opinion on it is. I want to get this, or at least see if they have this and how much would it cost for this one.
Right.
Themes with you. It's not an instant item, anyways. Just something that will help me in the long run too. Since I can't have my bat yet. It's up to you. If it's not available now, I'm fine with just letting it go.
It's definitely not going to be available now.
Okay, yep, I'm letting it go. I'm ready to go.
There you go. I'm not.
Yep, no, it's fine. It's fine. I got it. I had to try.
Okay, yeah, Kit's gonna get herself studded leather.
Okay, so the same thing. I think it was 50, I said.
Yeah, 50.
50.
Mm-hmm. +1 shield. And dagger. +1 dagger. Regular dagger is only 2, so a +1 would be... Let's go $7. For a +1 dagger. And a shield... Shield.
David with the shield. I'm starting to be worried about the platform.
Yeah, I'm getting interested.
This is gonna throw down.
+1. So a regular shield is 10. So +1 would be, let's say, 17. If you wanted a +1 shield.
Yes. And I think also trade in my regular dagger and shield.
Your which one?
I think also sell my regular dagger and my regular shield.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he's not really gonna buy stuff off of you. He's just there to, if you want to purchase stuff from him. If you want to, like, donate your old gear so that, you know, any new recruits can get it, that's what you're going to do. That's what it was. It's just like you donate your old gear.
Okay.
Actually, I do have another question, a better one then.
Okay.
How much would it cost for a cloak of protection?
Cloak of protection.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cloak of protection. Cloak of protection. It's a wonder. Oh, it requires attunement.
We have all day. It's gonna be fine.
I'm not gonna let you have that because it's a magic item per se, like a +1 rapier or +1, you know, shield.
Alrighty.
That's just yeah. I mean, that's just stuff that's like, okay, you know, the rapier is just extra sharp. So.
Yep. I'll go down that then.
You know what? I'll add that to the list of things you could possibly win in our little roulette wheel.
And our little casino. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I'm all ready.
All right.
Now I'm all ready.
Now you're all right. All right, Kit, go ahead. You bought studded leather, so go ahead, update your token. It's 15, right? Your AC went up to?
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
So just leave the green bar for the AC. Like, just leave it as bar form, just so I know. So the red's going to be your health, and the green is just your AC. Just so I know when I attack you guys.
No problem.
All right. So when James gets back. So you guys purchase your stuff from Pierre. He gives you the little pouch to muffle the sending stone in case, you know, somebody talks to you and you don't want to be heard, like him, he's sneaking about.
It'll just vibrate.
Actually, yeah. For some,
wait, what?
When somebody talks to you through it, you feel the pouch kind of like vibrates and shakes. So this like it's like, hey, you're getting a call, like bzz, bzz.
Beautiful.
So, Danny, you got your thing. You updated your token. So now, if you want, you can stay within the walls of the order, or you can go out and go look for something, or you want us to stay here and kind of like rest up before your long night excursion. So I would say it's right now, it's about breakfast at 8:30. It's about 9:30, close to 10.
I have nothing.
About 7 hours.
I mean, what day of the week is it? Do we know?
Are you asking if it's on Sunday?
Yes.
It's not Sunday. It's Friday.
All right. Danny's just a good Catholic boy. Make sure he's got to attend his masses on Sunday.
Actually,
Danny,
no.
where are you going?
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a war.
Tuesday.
Danny, it's Sunday.
It's Tuesday. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I have nothing to do. I would say we show up, and Danny would recommend we show up probably around 4 or so, just to be there a little early to scout out and talk to the dude.
Actually, Reyes is just gonna go out there now to scout it out, if he can.
If you want to, you can. You can go out now and scout out the area if you want.
Or more so, Reyes just wants to investigate if he can find about what kind of people have been taking it, if there's any signs of it left over.
Okay.
That's just his thing, because he's a detective. He wants to detect things.
All right, so you guys want to go to the construction site now?
I don't want to force everybody to come with me, if they don't want to.
I'm not
going to leave a 12-year-old boy to go by himself.
Darn it!
Yeah.
Let me be like those cartoons with the baby on the construction site on the beam.
Yeah, no. Okay, so let's go
Doesn't even
to
know how he
the
got up
construction
there. He's
site.
just on the beams.
Let's go to the construction site. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to the construction site. You may notice it's weird, like it's in a rock face. That's because I couldn't find like a...
No problem.
This is kind of like...
Are these like extra buildings that are surrounding
Yeah. Those are like extra buildings. This is kind of like... This area is kind of where the main building is being built. and these are just like extra places where the workers are. They can like hang out where like equipment is being held, materials as well. So the way you get there, the order provides a ride per se. And it's a ride I have to make an item for. It basically, so it's like a horse and carriage, except it's a Pegasus that's pulling this carriage.
Cool.
And it's a Pegasus pulling this carriage. So you take the Pegasus carriage, and it take you to the construction site, and so here you are. So by the time you get here, this is kind of upper Manhattan, so like more. I need to pull up a map of New York again. It's sad that I don't know my own freaking state.
You're all right.
Yeah, I don't expect you to know Upper New York. Come on, but at least New York City.
Yeah.
It's New York.
You know Buffalo.
What more do we need to know?
So
Actually, the only thing that we need to know, or at least if Reyes knows, what territory are we in? Which mafia territory?
So you're not in any mafia territory.
Okay, we're still in like neutral Manhattan.
You're still in neutral Manhattan because I think I told you this is so you're past the Bronx. So you just passed, I think this was the Italian mob's territory, if I remember correctly.
Let me check.
Don't remember off the top of my head.
No, the Bronx are owned by the Russian mob.
So yeah, so you're past the Bronx. So you pass through here. This is kind of you're more the Scarsdale, like up. You pass the Yonkers. You kind of a little bit further up, in Yonkers. But like you're not in.
Yeah. We won't get any unexpected visit from the mafia.
You won't get any. Yeah. And just letting you know, you will not get unexpected visit. Okay,
Alrighty.
So this is kind of like on the outskirts of Yonkers, so you're okay for right now. Of course, brand new members of the Order, they're not going to send you right to go fight Mafia, like
much
straight
to my
up.
dismay.
Yeah, as much as you would like to go out and fight Mafia, the Trinity's not going to let you.
Alrighty.
So, okay, you get here. So it takes you about an hour to get here. So it's around 11 o'clock when you get there. And you can hear, like, equipment, men shouting. And you look up, you can see, like, hippogriffs and griffins kind of like lifting material and stuff like that. And then you also see like a crane as well, moving materials as well. So you kind of got like man and beast like working together to try to build up this thing. So, and the Pegasus and carriage drops you off like literally here. And this is more material over here. And, they cut down this part of the forest just to get this material. It looks kind of sad, but...
That's progress for you.
Yeah. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, actually, I would like to know what you guys would like to do first.
David says he's going to begin to ritual cast detect magic.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Give me a reminder what that actually does.
It detects magic.
Wow,
Yeah.
thank you. That was so thankful.
Okay, so I believe that he can detect any forms or anything emitting magic up to about, like, what was it, 50 feet? He can't see through solid walls, and he can't tell what type of magic unless he focuses on it. Oh, there you go, 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how far are you?
Oh.
Alright, so you're kind of here. If you want to, like, walk up closer, you don't see any, you don't detect any magic here. But as you get closer to the construction site, you don't detect a lot of magic. There are magical creatures per se, but nothing like no abjuration, nothing like transmutation. There's a little bit of transmutation magic because they were turning materials into different ones. But this was done like somewhere else, and you're just getting the residual like transmutation magic. So that's what you get.
Nice.
Make that shit up all out of my ass.
On the fly.
on the fly.
Yeah, it actually makes me think, so is the factories run on magic or on machine?
Combination of both.
Yeah.
Magical machines.
Magical machines.
Yeah.
Dane would recommend let's go introduce ourselves before we start poking around so we don't upset the worker awful early.
But Danny, the point of being a detective is being where you're not supposed to be investigating. That's rule number 1 of being a detective.
Before you guys left, Trinity gave you all makeshift like IDs. So Reyes, your crude badge, this thing that Trinity gave you looks so much better than your crude ass badge. Like, this looks official as fuck. But this just recognizes you as members of the clergy.
Wait, I'm an altar boy now? Fuck.
Nah, I'm just kidding. It just says member of. It's like honorary like order badge, and she told you like don't go flashing this to everybody. This is just like. This is not your, crude ass badge. Like, you use that for other people. When the order sends you out on official business, that's when you use this for. If it's anything other than official order business, then you can use your crude badge.
Stop making fun of my badge. He worked hard on it.
Your badge looks like shit. No.
Wait, can I roll like a performance to see how bad it looks?
Yes, go ahead.
Alrighty. Where's that +0 to my? Because I have no charisma at all.
What about charisma?
I have a +0 charisma. Yes. Yes. It's terrible. It looks terrible.
It looks terrible. I was gonna give you disadvantage on this, but I was like,
you want me? I can go for disadvantage.
No, that's okay. Your badge just looks terrible.
Alrighty. Anyways, yeah, you were right. even so, I think it's good for us to also talk to the big man of the construction site to see what's going on.
So,
Starts wandering around and then finds a bench and rolls up.
it's not a bench; it's just material.
She thinks it's a bench and curls up on the material.
Oh my god! Darn it, Kit! Yeah.
You guys are great
otherwise-
investigators.
I'll go look over to Narwhal. You
She's
mind
not
if
on the
you're...
clock until nighttime, guys.
Yeah, that's actually
you
true.
Do you mind if you have your cat watch over Kit for a while?
Oh, sure. He's very
Thanks. I honestly think it's more dangerous for her to be left alone than me.
So Noctuum, Lynx kind of acts like a familiar too, so you can sense if he's trying to like tell you something, or you know, you kind of have, because you grew up with him, you kind of formed like a psychic link with him. So if you know, if there's danger or whatever around Kit, like he'll let you know.
That's good.
I think I'll tell him to watch out for Kit. Oh, and if he notices anything invisible or poisonous nearby, to alert us.
Okay. Pull up. He kind of purrs and you know, licks his paw and like over his face. The way cats clean themselves or whatever.
Does Kit meow back?
Kit's a
Kit meow
fox.
back?
Well, you
Does
know.
she meow back?
I don't know. Does Kit meow back? She hears this meow.
She makes kind of an odd. It's like a mix between a bark and a meow. It's weird.
So, you guys head up to the construction site?
Yes. Just because I'm barbarian, I'll take the lead in case anything bad happens.
So, it's kind of... It's got this, like, fenced off thing. As you can see, like... Bless you. People have been stealing equipment for a while. Stealing, like, equipment and materials. So they were, like... Basically, if you've seen, like, construction site, there's always, like, a fence up. Usually they're not very... Like, they're very crude. They're not really there for security purposes. They're just there to let people know, like, hey, this is an active construction zone. Don't be walking in here, like, you know, willy-nilly. This one seems a lot more solidly built. So, then, you know, would a normal construction site would be. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, no. It's because I just forgot to ask. So is this the only entrance in, or is there other ones?
Well, this is the only one you can see.
Fair.
So,
do
you want to look around?
I'll knock on the gate if anybody's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, is it open, or can we just walk in despite the fact that there's supposed to be people?
So, you go to kind of open up. There's, like, it's a gate, per se. So you go to, like, open the gate and whatever, but it's kind of, like, locked from the inside. And you hear from the other side, you hear, it's like, it's almost like you hear, it's like an orc man. He's like, state your business. This is an active construction zone. Go away.
We're the security hired by Brian Duquesne.
What? Say it a little louder. It's really loud. It's a construction zone. You don't hear this?
God damn it! We're here to see Brian Duquesne.
Who? I'm a little hard of hearing. Who are you here to see?
Daddy, lift me up so I can scream in his ear.
All right, I lift him up.
Brian says as loud as he can. We're here to see Brian Duquesne.
Oh, you're the security guys Brian ordered. Right, hold on, let me go get him. And he kind of like shouts over, "Hey, Brian, the security guys are here." And you hear kind of low muffled, "What do you mean, who are you talking about?" "The security guys." "Oh yeah, security." And like a couple, like one, and then the gate opens up, and you see like a satyr man, a very pot-bellied satyr man with a hard hat, and he's like, "Oh, you guys must be the from the order, security detail, right? You guys are early."
I'll whisper to James. This must be one of those Boston satyrs.
Boston City.
Oh, sure. Like they would have no clue about the Boston accent or anything.
I have no idea. I know you would have no idea, which is why I told you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what are you guys here for? You're early.
We wanted to take a better look around first so you can better protect your goods.
Nah. Wait a minute. How old are you?
Old enough to have one of these. Shows them the badge from the order.
She gave you one of these? Wow,
Yes.
they'll take anybody these days. You see this, Joey? Look at this.
I'm small.
This little kitty's part of the order. And the order.
I'm going
What
to
do you mean
break
part
their
of the
kneecaps
order?
one day.
This
I'm gonna
little
break them right in
shrimp.
their satyr kneecaps.
You what?
No, I'm not saying this out loud. I'm saying this out of character. I'm going to break their kneecaps one day.
Alright, well, it's official enough. He hands you back. Aren't you a little young to be, part of a well-known organization that serves to protect New York?
Yes, I am.
Ah, Finney's a verb.
Yeah.
Got you. All right. Well, feel free to take a look around. And he leans over to the side. We got some extra hard hats if you want to look around. You got to wear these. Unfortunately, it's zoning laws over here, and we've had too many accidents, so you got to wear them. They weren't really designed for a 12-year-old in mind, so this one might be a little big for you.
I'll just wear it on top of my cap. I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right, and he gives you. So it's just the three of you.
We have one more.
Ah.
They're
All right.
outside, keeping an eye on things. Their eyelids.
Meanwhile, Kit's sleepy and her tail's wagging.
All right.
Just
Well,
like that
come on
bad
in.
shot.
Make sure you wear the hard hats, and I got to get back to work. We're almost on lunch, so you take a look around, and then when we're on lunch, you even take a better look around. So he lets you in.
Equip hard hat.
Wear your hard hats.
Does the hard hat give me AC?
No,
Damn it.
a hard hat does not give you AC. Riz, yours is a little big. Even with the hat, it's a little big. It was not meant for a 12-year-old.
Oh no, I have no doubts about that.
This was not made for 12-year-old heads. So,
Worth it. Still worth it.
so you guys take a look around. So over here hold on. This side, this is where a lot of equipment and equipment is being held. There's some materials over there. You see a lot of guys working with machinery, digging in the spot, laying down, wood and other material like things. They're like mixing cement, literally, like, and then some of them, you see some, you got humans, you got orcs, you got different races. They're all like working construction hats and stuff. And they all got gloves and whatever, and some of them mixing cement. There's one with a truck that's actually mixing cement. You see it pouring. A lot of equipment over here. Over here, ignore this kind of tent thing, but this is where the main building is going to be. So you kind of see, like, you see how this is kind of like square or whatever. Imagine it's just like a rectangle.
Okay.
So this is where the main site is. It isn't like completely built. You would think it's about 3/4. It's not it's about a quarter done. But it's a lot of like steel beams, and there's some wood worked in there. And then this area over here is where a lot of the materials are being held. And there's a few like handheld equipment, like pickaxes or like hammers, nails, whatever, like a lot of small like equipment per se.
Since I can take a better look around, how many entrances are there into this place?
So this is the main entrance, pretty much. Right here is the main entrance. This is the only entrance.
Alrighty. There's no like holes or anything, right, along the walls or whatever.
If you want, give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
I'll give you advantage because you are a trained detective.
Hooray.
And you get
15.
guidance. So give yourself that D4. 16. Okay. So you've seen construction sites in New York and stuff. You know that some equipment's pretty big. So a lot of times this gate isn't big enough for big equipment. So there are sections of the wall that can be taken down if need be. They're not structurally weak, but you just know that from the inside they can be taken down per se to let in big equipment.
Okay.
These aren't like structural weaknesses, but like it's just you were looking for entrances or whatever. I'm just letting you know, like, hey, this is like. So this is the main entrance way. This is where there's an actual gate that can be opened from the outside and the inside. So it's big for certain things, but not big enough for like a crane per se that they might need.
Yeah, okay.
So anything else you want to
Anybody else want to do anything?
So, Al, just to understand, I know there's a rock wall with trees. Is that just more fenced in? Is like that the outside of another block, or is that like something else?
What?
So, like the wall.
Oh, this?
Yeah, like all this. Is there like is this like any block, or is this just like really wall, or is it more fenced?
It's more fencing.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to visually understand,
Yeah. This is, let's just say this is not in the middle of a field, but this is close to a kind of like a highway, and there are some houses that you did pass. So, again, this is not just like a middle of a random field or whatever. This is like, it's close to a highway. You don't know exactly what's going up here, but that's what it is. So this is just more fence.
Gotcha.
So this is kind of open, but there are like kind of houses towards this direction. The highway and some residential, like, and other buildings are this way. Again, this is the only main entrance. So while you guys are doing that, doing your first walk around, it takes you about half an hour or whatever hour from when you get there. And then that's when lunch is. So you kind of hear like a bell or whatever. And so they kind of stop. The workers stop. They those who are on the ground level kind of leave. They go kind of where the equipment is. There's also a little like break area or whatever over there that they can like hang out and have lunch. Other people who are on top of the already quarter built structure, they've brought their lunches with them. So they're like sitting on steel beams and hanging over, eating their lunches.
Okay.
And the satyr, Danny, whatever his name was, he's like kind of going over some plans and whatever, talking with a couple other foremans. Like,
right.
This is a big job, so there are other little like foremans under him, and he's just talking. He's like kind of in this area as well.
Okay.
And it is 10 o'clock.
It's almost 10:30.
It is.
But I don't know. I guess I was gonna do a perception check.
Good. So now it's a little less noisier. So, of course you can 22. Okay.
I guess I'm looking just to see if there's any like. And like, I guess I'll just perch up on, I don't know. Oh, now I'm drawing. I didn't mean to draw.
It's okay.
Like up over here, on whatever this little tower is.
Okay.
And just trying to see if there's any, guys that are going off to lunch, do anything sketchy, like,
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, picking at the wall, maybe signaling something, maybe like marking something. Just, try to see if any of the construction workers happen to be doing something fishy.
Fishy. Okay. So
behavior.
Yeah. So a few of them do go off back here. You don't see them. Like, you're kind of high up, but they kind of situate themselves kind of over here in this direction. There happens to be like a tall stack of timber and beams that are over there, and you really can't see them because they're kind of decently far away, and there's a lot of like boisterous laughing from over here. So if you want to see what they're up to, you'll have to go over there and look at.
Yeah, I try to sneak up on them and see if I stealth over there and see what's going
on. So a 13. I'll give you advantage because there's like a lot of like the workers are talking and laughing or whatever. So go ahead and roll that again. Okay. So you kind of like sneak up on them and you hear like, all right, come on, you gotta get it. And then you kind of hear something like clacking, like, it's weird. You've heard it before, but it's like clacking, and then you hear a shout, "Yes! All right, I won!" And
gambling.
You turn around and you see that they're just throwing dice. They're gambling.
That's cool.
So, and then they're too engrossed in their game to notice you. So, unless you want to, like, announce yourself or whatever, they're just, construction workers who are kind of trying to pass the lunchtime. And they're eating You see a lot of them, they have like their lunches in their hand and they're eating. They just didn't want to be caught by the foreman gambling.
Yeah, so I'll go up and be like, hey, I'll care if I take a roll at the dice.
Whoa! What? Well, Joey, you see this guy?
I'm just a fair bloke trying to make a couple of bucks here. Doing security and all for your boss, but not right now. I'm off the clock, so I figured you guys haven't spoken.
All right.
My luck is.
You got money to pay?
I got money.
All right. Buy-in's $5. You know, see who gets the highest roll.
Brilliant. I'll put in. Yeah.
All right. So you do $5. You know, there's like 4 other guys there, so it's another 25. So it's $25. It's not really a lot. So go ahead, roll 2d6.
Okay.
Come on, that luck of the Irish.
Shit. All right. So this is a bad roll. They're like, they see. So another guy goes, wow. So the guy you were talking to rolls. He gets double 6s. He's like, nobody else can beat that. So you just lost $5.
You guys told you nothing to worry about with me. How about another go?
All right. Go ahead. Another $5. Okay. And the next guy goes, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that to you.
What?
No, I'm not going to make you lose again. All right.
I was going to say, let's get using weighted dice.
I'm not going to. All right. So you got a 10. The next guy got a 6. 9.
Okay. Yeah,
11.
No, question that, but,
all right.
Click the
7.
arrow, you'll be able to select it, and then push the delete key.
Yeah.
Draw a box around it. Oh, the arrow.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
All right. So, I deleted your character. Hold on. I got to get your token back.
I'm sorry.
Kit, what have you done? You destroyed reality.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna back to the fucking construction site. Oh, and I think I deleted links too.
Yeah, poor links.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna get him back too. And there he is. Okay. So you lost again. You want to try again?
Yeah, go ahead one more time, but yeah, let's try and go one more time.
Let's try again. All right, go ahead. 2d6.
Oh, okay. But I'll take out the $50. And I'll go, see, guys, I told you it wasn't much of a harm, but I got a question for you all. We're here on security. We're gonna be here all night. We heard some stuff has been stolen or disappearing. Y'all know anything about that, or have you seen anything happen? Heard anything?
They kind of look around. They're like, well, no, not really. You know, we're here working all day. This construction zone's like, it's not really important, but it's important for the community. So I know a lot of times, you know, we're not too far from, you know, what kind of area. So maybe this land's important, but I highly doubt it. You know, a lot of times material from construction sites go missing all the time. It's not nothing new.
What area? I'm new to New York. I don't know what area you're talking about.
Well, you're new to New York. Oh, shit.
Fresh off the boat.
Fresh.
You won't believe it. Just a couple days ago.
I believe you. You sound like it. Well, we're not too far from the Bronx, you know? That's where the Russians like to drink their vodka.
I hate them fucking cunts. They beat me up my first day here.
Get out of town, really? Those fucking Russians.
I don't follow you. I just got here, but yeah, they beat the shit out of me.
Those fucking Russians. I knew they were bad time. Listen, New York's going down the shitter. I tell you. They all like complain like, yeah, you know, like New York's kind of bad, but and then the one guy who like invited you, he's like, well, listen, I haven't heard nothing. It's like we do a sweep around the site all the time. We don't see no tracks or nothing leading out, so it's really weird. Like they're coming in and then they're leaving. Like we don't know how they're getting in.
So no tracks?
No tracks, no nothing.
So they could be flying in then?
I mean, it's very possible. You know, the hippogriffs flying overhead all the time.
All right, guys. Well, hey, you know what? Thank you for the time. If you hear anything else, let me know. And here's another $10 for y'all. I could buy lunch tomorrow for you. I'm a guy trying to do some good here. You say the town's going to shit, but maybe I could do a little bit to help out. Thank you all.
Good on you. No problem. Thanks. And their lunch is almost over anyway. So.
Yeah, but they can have it for tomorrow. What's the point?
Yeah. No, it's like I'm just letting you know, like it's getting close to, like the lunch being over, and then you know construction's gonna pick back up. So.
I'll go back and tell Reyes and everyone what I discovered. Hopefully,
shit, we're fighting something flying.
Well, potentially, right?
Potentially.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, it would make sense since, especially, actually, since we're by the gate hasn't been like it hasn't shown anything like being picked or broken, right?
Give me
like
an investigation check with advantage.
I know what a lockpick door looks like. I've done it many times.
Yeah, and you have guidance.
Look at it and know.
So you look at this lock.
Nice.
The only thing you notice is it looks scratched, but not from like a lock picking tool. Just like, you know, people have been trying to put the key in, and they like if you ever like, you know, put your key into your car or whatever. There's little scratches around it because you don't get it at the first try. That's what it kind of looks like. You know, it's like, I haven't had my morning cup of joe. You know, I didn't get the key straight.
I will actually look over to Danny and say, I think you're right. If this pad is scratched, it means this is old and used. It does not fit if somebody kept on stealing it. This thing should have been broken unless somebody that works here is the one stealing it.
Yeah, I think we're onto something there. So maybe we need to, when we're watching, not be watching around the ground, watching up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Nocturne, do you have any experience on any kind of animals that might be strong enough to take up tools? Your family does know a lot about animals.
There could be a variety of types. Some that could fly, some that are large enough to pick up objects, some that have the ability to teleport and travel to the ethereal plane.
Which do you think would be the most common here in this side of New York?
In Yonkers.
In Yonkers.
I'm not sure. I thought there were also various creatures from my estate that were stolen. I don't know if any perhaps escaped into the city. Is it like there's any facility that the Griffin's hippogriffs are kept at night?
So they're not kept on site. They're taken back to a different location. They don't keep them on site. They're kind of like rented out per se to use. They're like equipment. I know it sounds bad to say that, but that's a lot of these are like they're used for like lifting up heavy objects or like moving things. So like, you ask what I forgot what the guy's name was. I made him up.
Brian Duquesne.
Brian, you ask Brian about the Griffins and stuff. He says like, yeah, the Griffins, they're brought in from a different site, and we use them when we need them. They're kept a little further down towards the Bronx and stuff. There's a company that allows us to use them when we need them, so they're not kept here. They have to go back every night, and every morning we gotta require, if we need them, we request them to be used. So you hear like kind of like a horn that signals the end of lunch, and the guys go back and they start working again. You guys want to do anything else, or
do we want to do Skyrim style wait?
That was last week when we fast traveled.
yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm just trying to think of anything else I'd want to check out.
Um,
The only thing I would want to ask, and we don't have to do it roleplay wise, but with talking to Brian, was there a specific type of material being taken over the others?
yeah, I kind of wanted to ask Brian some stuff like that too.
So you ask Brian what materials, so he's like, well, a lot of my copper's being taken, a couple of the steel beams, timber too, a lot of the, just all of my materials, especially the copper pipes. So I got a lot of rebar too that's being stolen. So it's like, it's pretty much all my materials. I have to like spend extra money. This job's costing me money.
I'll also ask, are you always the person that locks and unlocks this place every day? So like you're the only one with the key?
Yes, I am. I'm no, well, me and my, no, it's just me.
Okay. And the last thing I would ask is, have you encountered anyone that was vocally against you building this construction or this building?
No, we got permits from the city to be building out here. This is gonna be a fancy new office building. This area is gonna be kind of renovated. This is gonna be an office building over here. Gonna be creating a lot of jobs over here. So, if anything, people should be giving us materials, not taking it.
Then that means that somebody is taking it for something else rather than just to stop it. Meaning these materials are going towards another type of construction. The plot thickens.
Or money, whatever.
Or money, yeah, one or the other.
Listen, he said copper pipes are taken, so
Yep.
Those sell for a pretty penny.
We're in the old days where people go and rob banks, damn it.
Listen,
nobody has class anymore.
Copper pipe is good money.
They're pipes made out of copper. I think it's more cooler to get bars of gold.
Listen, sometimes robbing banks is hard. Sometimes you don't plan for robbing banks. You plan for construction sites being robbed.
I guess. Alrighty. Anybody else have any questions for Brian here?
No.
Kit's just sleeping.
Alrighty. Well, to wake Kit up, because I have to prepare for this stakeout. Oh wait, what did David say? Look for nearby animals like goat or some birds.
So There are not a lot of trees around because they have been cut down for the potential expansion. There are a few like out here that still haven't been cut down. You do see a bird's nest, and it's a little like blue jay nest. And if you want, you can ask them, but they're not really sure. They're a little too far away, and I don't think birds have a very, keen sense of hearing. If I'm not mistaken. But I don't think so, but they haven't heard anything. Because they're like in the process of leaving this nest. Because all the other trees were chopped down.
The birds are moving out.
Birds are moving out. I should have made you do a nature check for that, but I just gave it to you. I was being very kind and benevolent.
Yes.
All right.
Also, I think to help us on this, I'm going to buy us food and coffee for our stakeout. Probably
Okay.
just like hot dogs or something.
Yeah,
Hey, talk to him. You're not vegetarian or anything, right? Because you have a bunch of animals.
Well, not particularly.
Okay, he eats meat. That's all that matters. Hot dogs for everybody.
Hot dogs for everybody.
We don't know what kind of meat it is, but hey, hot dogs for everyone.
There you go.
Hey, we don't know what kind of meat's going in there.
Exactly.
Hot
It's
dogs
not
for
even meat.
everybody.
So, do you want to just skip forward to the night? So,
Yeah, that's where I'm at. There's nothing I need to do at this point.
I got everybody. How much did all the 4 hot dogs and 4 coffees cost?
you go. Good New York coffee usually costs about $1 or $2. So you're in Yonkers, so it might be a little more expensive. So it costs you each coffee is gonna cost you $2. So if you're getting 4 of them, and you want food, so let's say food is gonna run you $5 total.
Alright, so
Person?
$13 already. I'm shelling $13 for everybody. Everyone gets a hot dog and a coffee.
Where gets a hot
Are
dog
you
and a
ready
coffee.
to give caffeine?
I'm giving her. Yes, I'm giving her caffeine.
Is it,
oh
Yes.
boy.
Reyes doesn't know shit about that.
Nope.
The only thing he knows is this is gonna be a stakeout. We need to stay up for literally 13 hours straight. We're gonna need some help.
Well,
Why do
nobody
you think
says
she's
you have to
taking
stay
that?
up for 13 hours.
Yes, our
Take
job.
turn.
Our job literally states we have to be up for 13 hours straight.
Job says you need to protect the construction site.
There's only 4 of us. We can't do shifts.
I only need 4 hours.
Because you're an
Kit
elf.
already took a nap during the day, so it's not like she needs
That's true. Okay.
Reyes has his coffee. He's good.
I'm not going to give you a level of exhaustion because I don't know how that works and I don't want to figure it out.
it.
I mean, thank you. Thank you for that. I just wanted to prepare it just in case.
All right.
I guess finally slides off the scaffolding.
So
She's
you
all
spend the rest of the work day just kind of like milling about, like trying to
Getting
rest.
to know each other, talking,
Yeah,
having
like
fun.
Sleeping.
yeah, you're probably doing some sleeping. Kit, you find you go out towards, if you want, you could go towards these trees that are actually standing. You find a nice shady spot. You guys can take a nap if you want.
That's where she's gonna go.
You know.
Actually, you know what? Best of all, Race is gonna go out to buy some cigarettes.
You stocked up before you left the order.
Okay,
Don't
good.
worry. Pierre.
Oh, I can't. Oh, darn. I wanted to do that thing of I'm the dad that left for smokes and never came back.
Pierre
Go get milk in a...
saw you with your
That was
candy
14 years
cigarettes.
ago.
Pierre was informed of your candy cigarette habit, so he makes sure he stocks it in his shop. So if you ever need it, Pierre's got you covered.
Also, it's not a habit. I can quit anytime I want to.
That's what they all say. So, yeah, you guys can take us, spend the rest of the night, till nighttime. And if you want, we can call it here tonight, and we can pick up for the nighttime next time we meet in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm all good with that. Or possibly next week. Who knows?
Or possibly next week. Who knows? You never know.
Never know.
This gives me a chance to plan out what I wanted. I might have to change my plans slightly, but that's okay. This is still what I wanted.
Sweet.
Hey, if you ever need to retcon anything, just tell me and I can change my notes for it.
No, it's okay. But we'll end it here for tonight. I'm just gonna end the stream. So, thank you for whoever decided to watch, which I don't think was anybody but me. Oh no, my brother was watching.
Cool.
He didn't say anything.
I
Just-
acted like an
just
idiot in front of actual
watch
people.
Yeah,
Oh no,
Now I
your
feel
brother
embarrassed. That
knows.
was acting
my
like an idiot.
brother knows. Well, thank you for all who are watching, including my brother. So we'll see you next time.